Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom. We're with the real in reality or whatever. And this is the what?
The
Finale.
finale. This
Y'all,
is
I'm
a fun
shook.
ride. This is a fun ride. This is a
I'm a
cute
little
little season.
surprised. I'm
I'm
a little
gagged. Not only did they
surprised.
win, but they did it around
Girl,
early.
early bitch. Because we was dragging.
Not
It was
gonna
like they're not
lie.
gonna win.
Not gonna
They're gonna
lie.
lose.
I had
They
faith. As
lost.
y'all can see, I was
They
saying.
lost.
See, Pharaoh,
Okay.
he been thought y'all out.
Because
I had a little bit of faith. I did. But y'all was losing me a little bit. Y'all was just a tank. But
that's
they
the
ate
thing.
it up.
I lost it because they wasn't having faith in Mother Roz, and they said, you know what? We're gonna have faith in
We're
Mother
gonna
Roz.
listen to Mother Roz.
And that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Period.
And what happened?
They won.
I don't know. It's very interesting how when you listen to the queen
And got the outcome.
and got the beams.
Period.
The
Listen to the
fuck?
queen, they got the beams.
Fuck. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Now, if you are a visual learner, I have the correct.
The correct matches. This is crazy.
On the screen. Look at this.
I mean, who are we gagged by? Mike
Will and Do.
Child, Do was even gagged by it.
And honestly, now that they're next to each other, that's the only one that I'm gagged by. Everybody else is like, okay, actually, I guess this makes sense. Because,
okay,
like,
Do. We stand with you, sister.
Y'all, we find out this episode that these people just weren't talking to each other. Like, I don't know. It's like, okay. And it's true because there's so many matches that I was like, did you even talk to them? And they were like, I actually did not actually talk to Eduardo. But now that I am, I guess he is my match. That makes a lot of sense.
Now, speaking of Courtney Eduardo, that is random as hell.
It's very random. But I think it's just because we didn't see them talk
random.
to each other. That is pretty
true.
random.
That is true. I've been to a Color Lisa with a match. Period. Shout out to
you ate that up.
And they do too.
I have my and they do too.
Every time.
Off rip. I wasn't convinced, but now I'm convinced. I have no choice.
Now, you know there's a gorgeous couple that I wish had been talking this whole time?
Danielle and
Hamoudi. Now we deserve more of that on our screen. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
I like that one too. I like that part too.
I like that one too.
Period. But as you see, we're here to update you on the finale of Are You the One or whatever. Thank you for being in the season with us. Thank you for coming through this journey with us or whatever. You know, the editing, interesting.
She wasn't on y'all side. She was not on y'all
side.
But
we were.
Y'all deserve so much better out of the cast. I will say. Like, first of all, shout out to all the ones who've been
please bring them back to the challenge. I'm sorry.
And supporting us. Like, we really appreciate y'all.
Period.
All y'all ate that.
Period.
But y'all deserve so much better. Y'all deserve so much better. A different show.
Maybe MTV, a different network.
Bachelor, something else. I'm so sorry, y'all. They play in every last one of y'all face. Please come back to the challenge. What else is out? Something.
Anything. Go to Netflix on the mall. I don't care. Put them on TV again because
the cast deserve more.
So let's get into this motherfucking episode. If you don't recall, last episode they came back from the light up ceremony. They only got 6 beams again, flopping down. I was not hopeful because they only had 2 left. They had 2 matchup ceremonies left. Last one they flopped, and the one before that they flopped. The one before that they picked the exact same thing. The one before that, and the one before that they picked a terrible pick, and the one before that they got a blackout. And it's like, it wasn't giving win. But with all of that mistakes, you get a lot of information because it's like, well, this wasn't it, and it's like it sure wasn't. So switch that shit up. It's just my way to make him feel like he's cheating.
Period.
So we come back to the house and we get some discussions here and there. Roz, she mentions that, okay, so there was 3 pairs that one of them couldn't be one of the matches. She was like, either Akel and Anissa, me and Leo, or Amoudi and Courtney are not a match because of some type of math. I'm not doing the math for you. Spoiler alert, it was Amoudi and Courtney that were not that match. Boom. They talk about some other possibilities, and they're talking about Do. And they're like, baby, Do and Will are a match. They kind of are agreeing this. The house kind of is agreeing that Do and Will are a match. I don't know.
I love how it's just like, Do and Will are a match. Hang it up.
And we'll figure everything else out. And it's like, okay, how y'all know that? I don't know. Because, like, personality-wise.
Well, apparently, I mean, they said this episode they have a lot of similarities.
We would know.
Outside looking in, I definitely don't see it.
I don't see it. I try to think about it. Then we get a scene with Akel and Anissa, and they're talking, and of course they have to figure out whether they're not or not. They're a very important piece to this puzzle. So Anissa is talking to Akel, and Akel was like, I mean, we just have the best things to offer for each other. Anything I need, she can offer it. Anything she needs, I can offer it. I know we match. And Anissa's telling him, she's like, she's like, I'm not certain we're a match. I definitely think we're a match, but I'm just not certain. And it's like, okay, it's a great way to say it. Boom.
I wish we got more development on their relationship. Like, it really sucks that we got like the initial like of them, like got kind of figuring out
the beginning origin,
and then nothing else. Like, I feel like this is the second time we've seen Anissa all season.
And it's like, okay. And Anissa says Leo could also be her match. She says there's things he can bring out of her, like bring her out of her shell. So there's that too. And we'll get into that a little bit later.
So I didn't know that tea.
We wouldn't.
They didn't
show us
at all.
After this, the house is kind of discussing in the foyer area. And we hear them discuss the potential of Do and Will being a match or whatever. And Do is like, but everyone's like, well, Do don't like Will though. That's the issue. Like, Do don't like Will. And Do has a diary. And she's like, allegedly, Will is my match.
That's what they say.
Right. They think he's my match. And, they're just saying anything. And it's like, period. Because that's not her match. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Then we see Do, Anissa, and Roz. They all doing their makeup or whatever. And Do, she's just like, I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like Will is my match. Like,
yeah.
And
she's telling them like, oh.
No, go, King.
I was gonna say she's telling them like, I don't want to go on a date with him. Like, I don't know. Because if he chooses me to go on a date, he's gonna try and say, oh, you're misunderstood. Yeah. And then we get a flashback of them talking. And he's talking about her, I just think you're, reserved, you're misunderstood. And she was like, I do not want to be called misunderstood. It's not a personality trait.
Yeah, it's not a personality trait. It's really not. Because what does that mean?
That's him up real nasty.
Because what is that? Because what does he mean by that?
And see, I feel like the reason why, I feel like this could be the reason why they are matched. Because I feel like one thing we saw about Will throughout the season is that, I don't know how real it is, but when he's speaking to like the other women in the house, he kind of, I feel like, portrays this demeanor that's like, I don't know, like he's trying to make himself smaller, like he's vulnerable, he's opening up, and it just always felt strategic. And I feel like Dude would never let that happen.
Period.
Like, I feel like he'll say some bullshit and Dude would be like, okay.
Yeah, like essentially, Will is fake.
Oh no!
And Do is so real that it would cancel each other out.
Like, be able to be fake.
He's not able to just fake or
lie.
Like, I guess, hide his emotions or like try to demean himself in the face of Dude. Dude's gonna be like, babe, be real, please, and quick. So maybe that's what he needs. I don't know. I do think Will does need someone like Dude so he can stop lying so much. After that, Moody decides that everyone should do, and it's like, this is shit that, no shade, but it's like, this is shit that I would think they would do week 3, week 4, but week 9, they decide to see.
Hey, better late than never.
Actually talk. That's true. To actually talk to each other. Apparently, they don't talk to each other, and so this is a way that they can actually talk to each other by speed dating each other. So we get a speed dating montage or whatever. We see Mikey and Jordan talk, I guess, for the first time ever. All of these for the first time ever. Never seen them talk.
Never seen this combination of people in my life.
Never seen these people talk. And it's like, oh, why are you not talking? Anyways, Mikey and Jordan talk. And Mikey's like, okay, this is interesting, because Jordan's like, you say you don't want someone who needs reassurance, and I literally don't need reassurance. That's like one of my main things. And he's like, oh. It's like, y'all didn't know that?
Yeah, ain't talk?
Because we knew that about Mikey back in Danielle days, which was episode 1. So it's like,
but he even said, I don't know if he said it here or later in the episode, he said after the Danielle situation, it's been hard for him to like connect. And it's like, Danielle was week 1, baby.
So it's like, it's been hard for 9 weeks. It's like, come on now. Roz,
and Leo.
And Leo.
We got a little bit of Roz Leo before. They're cute. They definitely are cute.
They are cute, and they have a lot of chemistry through the screen. Like, I like it. But she's like, I don't want someone who wants to change me, and I don't want someone who I feel like I want to change. And Leo was like, oh, girl. And she's like, what?
The exact same thing.
I said the exact same thing. And he could say the exact same thing to me, because
Brooke.
You're right.
Brooke will come up your ass.
Brooke will gather my ass real quick.
Stay off.
Y'all shout out to Leo and Brooke, because, like we said, usually the people who aren't matches be staying together. And Leo and Brooke, baby, they was A1 since day 1.
Period.
It's been 9 weeks that we've seen, and then they're still together.
Now I don't know when Julia Ruth's gonna stop playing and then drop the pick with Brendan.
Because we need it.
We do.
Go ahead and keep that locked up. And if y'all aren't together, go ahead and hit him up now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's cute right there. He'll grow. He'll be a better person. Shit, I stand. I don't know what to tell you. After this, we see Drew talks to Mikey first.
Dude, I love
I'm sorry. So Mikey's like asking her general questions. And he's like, "Where's your head at with all this?"
And she's like, I don't know.
And he's like, "Well, I'm just trying to ask you a question, and then you can get the answer." She's like, "Oh, ask the question." And he's like, "That's the question. Where's your head at right
She's
now?"
like, well, we need to ask maybe other questions. Like,
I see what she's saying because it's like, what you talking about? Is this Big Brother? Is this Survivor? Like, what you mean where your head at? Like, I don't know.
What about her color?
Like literally, like where am I from? I don't know. After this, we see Eduardo and Courtney talk. Now I ain't never seen them talk.
I just feel like just the energies being together. I was like, what is this? Like
it seemed like two people from two different shows.
Literally.
Like I was like, whoa, this is like what's it called when they do crossovers on Disney?
White Swap.
Right.
Oh.
Literally.
That too.
It was like a best of both worlds. I was like, whoa. But apparently they're very similar. We wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know at all.
They low-key could have done one more episode 10, just to let us know why these people are couples, because we don't know.
Low-key purposely made them mess up just so we can get more development.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Fuck. But apparently they're similar.
Yeah, she said at the beginning they did have deep chats, and I guess it just fell off because some of the other people didn't. She started messing with other people. He started messing with other people. But they're talking now, and she's like, he's opening up, and she really likes it. And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm. We get Danielle and Moody talk. Danielle and Moody have sat together once before, apparently.
Yeah.
And Moody just says that it seems like she just really understands me. Like, it's easy for her to understand where I'm coming from.
They said extra one when they all was randomly picking. It was supposed to be like random.
Yep.
And they only got like 2 beans. They was like, well, this is stupid. Y'all are dumb the whole time.
Well, it was still dumb.
Well, Moody and Danielle was mean.
But not them. Everybody else was dumb. And then we see Drew and Will talk. And this is when Drew starts to kind of open up to the idea that I guess we do got shit in common.
I guess, child.
I guess. Still not my match.
For the game.
Before the game. Apparently the game makers decided that we were a match. The fuck? After that, Cammy pulls up. They all in the villa and we finna do the challenge or whatever. So everyone gets to vote for the top 3 people who grown the most. And we find out that most people vote Leo. So because Leo has grown the most, he gets to choose who he wants to take on the date and another couple that needs to go on the date. Now I'm thinking, okay, of course Leo's going to choose Ross. They're going to get so much information. The other couple he's going to pick is Aneesa and Kel. Aneesa and Kel, they're going to be so much information because Aneesa and Kel sat together during 2 one-beam sections, which means they would know everyone else is confirmed no match. So I was thinking that Kel and Aneesa will give them the most info. So Leo chooses to go on a date with Aneesa himself.
It was like, okay.
Both of those ideas are gone immediately. Like, we can't do none of that.
So it's like, okay, well, he can at least pick Atwater and Jordan.
Atwater and Jordan.
Confirm that they're not a match.
Something. No. He chooses Roz and who was the other Mikey. And it's like, okay.
I like how he was just like, well, hey, I'm taking my date. Y'all should have known Leo was not gonna give a damn.
But it's okay, because it's okay. We got around it. So after that, they go to the date. On the date, we see the Leo and Aneesa like one-on-one talk. And apparently, Leo says that Aneesa did help him a lot after Brooke left. So that's kind of why he felt good with her. But Aneesa does that with everybody.
And it's like I said, Aneesa is really she gonna stand by the man. A supportive queen.
Stand by her man.
And that's the gag.
Because
they was really feeling each other today, right?
Right.
Leah, he was like, can I kiss you? And she was like, because she said, guess what? I got a man back at the villa, okay? She said, I will not be
Leo thought he was slick. Leo thought he was real slick.
When he said it.
And then he said, like, it
I have a man back home, babe.
That was a good way to let you know. Like, she said, "Akel." But anyways, back in the villa. Back in the villa, they're choosing who to go on the truth booth, and they're choosing kind of Roz and Mikey because they're like they sat together before. Did they sit together before? Like one time or something.
Yeah.
So it can get
And I mean, and everyone knows Anissa is a KO match. So it's just like it's not even like, what are we doing with that?
Like, please. So they're like, boom, we'll just do them. So then we see Roz and Mikey on the date, and Roz did say she felt like Mikey could have been someone who was her match.
Yes.
So at least that makes sense because that can dead all of that. But they're talking, and Roz is like that he knows her without her having to explain herself, and she really, really likes that, and that's kind of why she feels like they might be a match. That's cute or whatever. I really can't have an opinion on it because I don't know either of them because they didn't show one of them.
I'm so happy that Roz is going on a date. Like, it's the last episode. I'm so happy she got to go on her date. She got to get a lot of screen time. Like, I'm really, really excited about that. So that was great.
Yeah. Did Jordan ever go on a date?
Yeah, last episode with Eduardo.
That's true.
But they got their dates.
Did do ever get a date?
I don't think my sister Do ain't never got a date.
Everybody got a date but Do.
Everyone but Do?
Maichi went on a date with a Moody. Everybody got a date but Do.
Y'all, fuck all you bitches. Cause y'all.
That's fucked up.
It's okay. Her body matches Will anyway, so she really lost from the beginning. She
Yeah.
lost because
It was a setup. It was always a lie.
Do sister, I hope you got your check. She got the body out and still, so she doesn't need a date.
Period. A vacation.
She got a nice vacation, a check to go with it. Period.
And that's all. The fuck. Boom. The date's over. Back at the villa. Cammy's asking them about the date, how it was, and everybody had a good time. Like these last couple of dates, everybody just been having a good time. It was drama at the beginning when Cece was beefing with Clay. I was like, ooh. But
it's bad.
Leo was like, yeah, I felt at home with Anissa. I did. Like it felt really, really comfortable.
And I feel like is that really I think that's just Anissa. That's really just Anissa. Like,
Anissa can eat it up. Anissa
I feel like
it up.
one conversation, everybody like, I think Anissa's our match.
Literally. And it's like, no, she's just a great woman. Like, she's that girl. I'm sorry. But for Akel, that's his match. And Akel has a diary room. And he's like, I told everybody we was a match. And I guess we just got to let them see for themselves. I don't know. Like,
they really ate that up. Like, they knew.
I don't know.
I don't know what everybody else was doing, but they knew.
Oh, you know what Julie, Ruth, and Brendan were doing. Don't get it
Period. Of course not Mother. We're not talking about
okay.
Mother. Not the first perfect match.
Because you said everybody else, and I was
exactly
like, wait, whoa. But everybody but them. What were y'all doing? Because Anissa and Akel, they ate it up. Julie, Ruth, and Brendan, they ate it up. Everybody else, hungry.
Tay was one to do men like a Tomb Raider. She knew 3 niggas win her match by episode 2.
That's true. That's true. Everybody else, step your pussy game up. This is bad. And then this is when Dude was like, I actually do think they're a match. And they're like, who? And she's like, Leo and Anissa. She feels like Leo and Anissa.
And the girls were confused. Like,
because everyone else is like, Akel and Anissa.
Looking like, anyways.
Right. And Cammy's like, well, who's your match, dude? Who's your match?
That was Cammy trying to be.
It's like, why are you like this?
Cammy is so messy. I love Cammy.
Why are you like this? And dude was like,
Will.
No, she was like, I think it's him. And she's like, who? And she's like, I do think it's Will. And everyone was like, finally, because if you don't recall, dude was saying that's not my match. But that's an option. No, it's not.
They was like, they couldn't even get the full word out. They said Will, no match.
It's not him. It's just not Will. Boom. After this, boom. Is this when they had?
So Mikey and Roz get chosen. They go to the truth booth.
Boom. Then they go to the truth booth. When they go to the truth booth, we find out they are a no match. Which I could have told y'all.
Was not gagged by it all.
It's been giving Roz and Leo for a minute. I'm sorry. So they were not a match. So when they go back to the villa, they're still like, that's still information. We get more information by knowing they're not a match. And they finna go to bed or whatever. And when they go to bed, Roz is like,
When everyone's in bed, Jordan and Roz is strategizing.
They're like, we need to figure this shit out.
Strategic mothers. They say, no, Roz is a scientist.
Period.
So she put her.
And clearly also a mathematician. Because she mathed this shit out. So Roz and Jordan, the next morning, they come up with a plan, bitch. A 3-finger plan. What's it called? They said the tree.
The logical tree.
Okay. I don't know what it was, but the logical tree. So Jordan and Roz, they stayed up all night. They worked out the scenarios, and apparently it goes back all to week 2. Week 2, did they get a? They didn't black out, but they only got one beam, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so on that week, they're able to figure out that only 3 of those there's only 3 options for that one beam. So of those 3 options, we can map out the scenarios from those 3 options to determine who everybody else could even be as a match. Girl, I don't know. Don't ask me. But what she did find out is that her and Jordana and Eduardo cannot be a match. This is what I was saying like 3-4 podcasts ago. After they did that double week where they literally picked the same people the next week, you were able to rule out that Jordana and Eduardo and Du could not be a match then. Mm-hmm. So I had been new, and I'm thinking that's what Jordan had figured out. She's like, after I did all the math, we are not a match. Like, and it's like,
there's no way I would have put this shit together. Like, I feel like it's so. I have to remember who I sat next to, and they were just naming it off. Like,
and then who other people sat. They were saying who other people were sitting next to.
And I was like, is there a list in the house somewhere? Because I would need a list. I would need a visual list. Because even if I remember my own, I'm not gonna remember anyone else's. So I would definitely be like, okay, I'll be very much listening because I cannot input it all.
Okay, so what they did was they decided to say that the other beam on week 2 was Aneesa and Nikhil. So Roz is like, we're just going to assume that beam was Aneesa and Nikhil. So they're going through that path line. So using that information, they were able to kind of rule out everybody else's matches and pair up the correct matches, essentially.
Yeah.
So
and then what you said, like they're banking that are the perfect match.
And they were. So
they ate that.
Period. So because of that, they were able to figure out literally everybody else. I'm sorry, they ate it up. So we go to the matchup ceremony after that. Basically, everyone agrees to go with the plan. Like they figured out these setups, and that's who they're gonna choose. So we go to the matchup ceremony, and these are the official perfect damn matches, y'all. Like off rip. So first of all, we got the ones that were already perfect matches, which are Julia, Ruth, and Brendan, and Brooke and Ole, Maicha, and Sam. Sam is so fun. I'm sorry. I miss him. Taylor and Clay. And then those were the already perfect matches. And then we get to the matchup ceremony. Will goes and he picks Du. And it's like, that's crazy that they're a match, honestly. Because it's just everything was leading towards them not being a match. They were like polar opposites in the eyes, at least of the edit. Because Will was just doing a lot. He was going towards a lot of people that would not do. He acted a certain way that it's like, this is the opposite of what Du wants. I don't know. But maybe it's like a balancing thing. Maybe it's like, he's not what Du wants, but that's what Du needs. Nanny McPhee is what he needs type shit. You know?
Shut up.
So that's what I think it is. Mikey and Jordan, I don't have much.
I honestly, they could have figured this out if they spoke. I don't know if they spoke or not.
No, literally.
But we didn't see them, so we don't know.
Literally. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these people didn't speak because we know for a fact Du refused to speak to Will. We know for a fact Jordan has been with Eduardo off rip. So it's like she ain't never been speaking to Mikey. We got Roz and Leo, and they figured it out a few rounds ago. So it's like they knew what that tea was. Hamudi Danielle, they sat together once.
Yeah,
but they haven't.
He was on Mind Ya.
Yeah, they haven't talked. He's been on Mind Ya.
He's been on Mind Ya like week 3, wasn't it? Week 2.
Nathan and Cece did have a thing. They had a thing like week 2 when she was like, she was with somebody else and stopped being with them, and she was with Nathan for a real quick second. But that was it. Eduardo never talked to Courtney. He was always about Jordan. And then Kelly and Nisa had a clock.
They did.
I just feel like they just needed to stop being with the people they was with all the time.
That's basically what it was. Everyone was so stuck on one person.
And the few people who weren't literally figured it out. Roz and Leo were one of the few people who weren't stuck on one person because, Brooke left. That's the only reason. And they were able to figure it out. Everybody else was just stuck. Except for like Mikey and Cece, but their partners were stuck on people. So I was like, y'all wasn't gonna figure that out, but y'all did figure that out. So maybe I should shut up. I don't know what to tell y'all.
They ate it up. And
not many people get it on number 9.
They still
on
have
round
one
9.
more round to go. So
that's what I'm
even
saying.
if they got it wrong this time for any reason, they would have got it the next round. Like
a lot of seasons they get it on the 10th try. I'm not sure if people ate it up on the 9th try. Maybe one time, but for them to like be struggling all season and then get it on the 9th one, it's like y'all ate that up. I'm sorry.
Period.
I'm so sorry. So boom, y'all, that's the motherfucking season.
That's
Overall, it was pretty good. I liked the beginning when we had a lot of variety with the Julia Ruth, with the Brendan, when we were getting Cece and Aneesa. and the origin stories of like Anissa and Akel. I did like all of
Yes.
that, but quickly it just became like
The same stories. They wasn't
repetitive.
They wasn't showing the real drama. I mean, Twitter
That
Twitter
too.
was more active than the goddamn episodes.
Literally, they were more active on Twitter than the goddamn like they were bringing us the drama that they gave in the house that we didn't get to see on Twitter. Thank you for the entertainment to this cast. Shout out to this guys because they entertained us on the season. They didn't show it, and they were like, "We'll bring it to Twitter. We will bring it to Twitter." Especially Eduardo. God damn, Eduardo, stay on Twitter. I'm sorry, but they did good. This was a really good season. Well, this was a good cast.
It was a good cast. I feel like
Really
the
good
unedited
cast.
version. Drop the unedited version of the season. That's what we need.
Please, if y'all gotta put it on a streaming site or what
Put
is
it
on
on
streaming
Tubi.
site, put it on Tubi.
MTV.com.
Something, please. I don't know, but overall it was cute or whatever. Do they need a season 10?
No.
They
If it goes
don't.
back to MTV,
This is my thing. This is what I
yes.
think. If y'all are gonna put these people on the Challenge USA, how we're hoping, then you can keep having seasons. I don't give a fuck because I'll just take it for the challenge of it all. If they're not going to the challenge, if y'all not gonna put them on, keep them at home. I'm sorry. That is
I think,
how
like I said,
feel.
it's very clear that Paramount, especially when they've started taking a lot of these MTV shows, they've just, I feel like PG'd it up. I feel like it's very family friendly because it's in connection with Paramount. So I get the sense, like I was saying, like they didn't want to give us all the drama. They were, I think what was annoying though, they would put the drama in the promo,
Yeah.
and then sometimes the fights they put in the promo were not even there because apparently Eduardo almost got all the way jumped and we didn't see that at all.
We didn't know nothing about that, and it's like what?
So I don't know. It's really just the editors. It's the editors. So maybe they need to figure it out next season. At the end of the day, Are You the One is not that's the thing. Are You the One is not The Bachelor. Okay, these niggas is not falling in love for real. You see, the only relationship I see is Leo and Brooke, and they weren't even the perfect match. We want to see the drama. We want to see the nastiness. We want to see it all.
And that's all. I don't know. I just feel like hopefully this is a learning lesson for the editors.
Mm-hmm.
I know the views were not there. I'm sorry for you.
And the thing, that's why I said I feel bad for the cast because I feel like they brought it from the shit we see on Twitter and shit. So it's like play in their face. Really
play in their fucking face. At least they got paid.
At least they got paid.
Get paid.
Paid in the free vacation.
Hey, period. So there's that. I mean, we might see y'all back if they have another season. Might
Chop.
See y'all back if they have another season, but I don't know. I mean, shout out to this cast. Y'all brought it.
Y'all did.
Thumbs down to the producers. Y'all didn't bring it. That's all, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in or whatever. Bye.